Hello, I'm John Delaney, IDC's Director of Mobile Research in Europe. I'd like to tell you about how some recent research that we carried out in Ireland indicates potential for Irish businesses to apply mobility in ways that can boost their growth. The economic climate in Ireland remains exceptionally tough. Constrained access to finance and weak, erratic demand still weigh heavily on Irish businesses. So it came as no surprise when we found in a recent IDC survey of 250 small and medium enterprises in Ireland that cost control remains at the forefront of IT managers' most pressing concerns. However, what we also found striking was that growing the business came a very close second. Our survey also found very high ratings attached to challenges that feed directly into ways of achieving business growth, namely improvements in customer relationships, in customer service, and in productivity. The World Wide Web has taught customers to expect access at any time and to be increasingly dissatisfied with the concept of closed for business. With the advent of smartphones and mobile broadband networks, customers are also starting to expect access anywhere as well as access anytime. They want to transact business in locations and at times that suit their needs, not those of their suppliers, and they'll take an increasingly dim view of suppliers that can't meet that demand. An IDC survey of 300 Irish mobile workers also indicates how mobility is increasing employee productivity. Workers are embracing the technologies that make them more accessible outside office hours and locations because those technologies are also enabling workers to balance the demands of their working lives and their personal lives more flexibly. For example, more than 3/4 of our respondents stated that employees in their organisations work from home more frequently now than they did 2 years ago. We've seen massive growth in the adoption of mobile apps on smartphones and more recently on tablets too. But when it comes to focused and targeted efforts to harness mobility in support of growth, Irish businesses are only just beginning their journeys. Our survey found that although mobility of voice and email is ubiquitous, it's rarer to find mobility in other business functions and processes. Just 1/4 of the businesses we surveyed had mobile access, for example, to Salesforce automation systems. Even fewer had mobile access to field force automation. There are some Irish businesses, though, that are pulling ahead of the pack. They're showing how innovative and targeted applications of mobility can contribute directly to growth and can distinguish them from their competitors. For example, a firm of stockbrokers has developed a mobile app that gives its customers visibility of their portfolios in real time, on demand. A large Irish retailer is using mobile apps to deepen the level of interaction it has with its suppliers, ensuring an ever closer match between what it needs and what its suppliers provide. Some Irish farmers are using mobile apps to monitor their use of fertilisers in real time, to avoid the strict penalties imposed by the EU on farms that exceed their usage quota. A car dealership has equipped its sales team with tablet devices running specialised apps so that they can respond more immediately to customer queries and thus boost their conversion rates. These are just a few early examples of the ways in which businesses can use mobility to operate more flexibly and thus to drive new growth. The specifics are very diverse, but in many cases they boil down to something very simple: the ability for a business to stop telling its customers, "I'll have to get back to you later about that," and to start saying yes, right here and right now.